Knowing that this life was truly a miracle and the way that we were able to do this transfer, there's no other way to explain it other than God's hand has been in our story the whole time, and then especially that day of the transfer.
A winter storm miracle. An Austin couple has a lot to celebrate this Mother's Day after overcoming several obstacles like the COVID-19 pandemic, fertility issues, and that rare winter snowstorm in Texas. They are finally 14 weeks pregnant. CBS Austin's Lindsay Regis shares the couple's story of how they ventured out of their home during that storm to start their family.
The journey of becoming parents for William and Corrine Baker started during the winter storm.
We were waiting all day and we'd almost given up. And we finally got the call. Dr. Kavoussi said, if you still want to go ahead with the transfer, you can come on in.
Despite the winter storm, the Bakers had the opportunity for an embryo transfer, something they've been wanting for a long time after finding out they can't have biological children.
Will actually had cancer when he was a teenager, and so the treatments from that left us unable to have biological children. So we always knew that adoption would be something we would do.
After an embryo transfer resulted in a miscarriage last year, the couple didn't want to miss their opportunity of starting their family, which meant they had to brave the storm.
We decided to give it a shot. If we didn't try it that day, then we would have to wait at least a whole another month. So we wanted to go ahead and see if we could get there. And we did. The grace of God kept us safe.
They say it wouldn't be possible without Dr. Shahryar Kavoussi, who performed the embryo transfer, and his staff at St. David's South Austin Medical Center.
This was a very difficult scenario for 1 second. It took me 1 second to decide to come in. It didn't take that long.
Even though the winter storm made it extremely dangerous to drive, Dr. Kavoussi did what he could to bring another life into the world, even if it meant sleeping at the office overnight to make sure he was there for the Bakers.
The things that could have been lost during that time frame was just too immense to sit at home. I couldn't do it. I had to leave and come over here.
Now Corrine is 14 weeks pregnant, carrying her first child. The soon-to-be parents are over the moon, knowing their first baby is due the first week of November.
Knowing that the transfer was successful and the baby was safely growing in my womb and still is, has just been a huge blessing.
Lindsay Regis, CBS Austin News.